Wow, only for the real radio, the Supreme Show. And thank you, because you could have been anywhere in the world. But you're with me, the incomparable Von Johnson. And if you're watching this Thursday, it's Thanksgiving. Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-fucking-doo. Now, I say that with a little bit of sarcasm. You know, I say that with a little bit of sarcasm because we all know the coronavirus has made it virtually impossible to do anything remotely close to how we used to do things. So unfortunately, my family for the second straight year had to cancel Thanksgiving. So as much as I don't mind not having to look at them, I don't like them very much. Just the simple fact that we can't celebrate together, it's fucking me up, dog. Fucking me up, dog. So before I get all into that, man, you already know, man, if you're listening and you started up the show at the top, you heard a couple selections and that bang or nah. And if you want to vote for those people, because we're not live, it may look as good and pristine as if I put it together myself and we rolled it out that way, but it's not live. So you're able to vote for them on social media when you see the post selected for that artist on OFNG Radio on Instagram, OFNG Radio on Twitter, Only for the Real on Twitter, Only for the Real on Instagram, and YouTube. So you are able to vote for the Chicago music that you hear played on this show. We're not limiting it just to you listening and leaving it there. We want you to find these artists. If you like it, reach out to them. If you, and as much as I know about Chicago, if you dislike it and you hating on the nigga kind of, go ahead and reach out to them too. Niggas love that. How you love that? Hey, shout out Juice Man. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, you're new to this because it's been a while. I shouldn't have left you without a dope podcast to listen to. You know what I'm saying? We open up every week, putting that bitch on Folks in Them Grade. Let's go.
Folks in Them Grade. You said you hit that lick, you lying on Folks in Them Grade. He said he's blicking shit, he's lying on Folks in Them Grade. Fuck you talking.
On phone them grave. On phone them grave.
Folks in Them Grave. Now I alluded to at the beginning of the show. COVID has canceled fucking Thanksgiving. Everything in the council. We ain't canceled Juneteenth, but that shit was kind of hot. Niggas ain't staying in the crib. But at the rapid pace in the city of Chicago, niggas catching it. And, you know, just the reawakening, it seems, of the coronavirus. You be a bogus motherfucker to put them old people at risk, knowing you go out every weekend to the after hours, every night to the after hours. You know what I'm saying? You got 4 different sex partners. You don't know where they go. You know what I'm saying? You bogus to subject your mama or your daddy or your grandma or your aunties and your uncles that's up there in age to that type of shit. You ain't bogus for living your life how you want to, but you can't be subjecting your people to that shit, man. So in my eyes, COVID has effectively canceled Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You can't be gathering with like it used to be Thanksgiving back in the day. My family, everybody came because it was a family 2 flat, so everybody was through that bitch, man. I wish niggas would step in my motherfucking land. Man, nigga, if you drink Corona, nigga, I'm popping you. No cap, man. Don't come to me, man. This shit getting scarier and scarier. You know what I'm saying? I wish we could look at it and crack a joke, but it's like the first time I've kind of felt like niggas got away unscathed. Like R.I.P. to the people we lost. You know what I'm saying? But it was few in between. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was catching that shit, but they was bouncing back. It ain't even that niggas dying. No, you know what I'm saying? Not, to my knowledge, none of my people currently are dropping to this shit, but everybody catching this shit, dog. And everybody results different. So I got a few people that's still trying to get through it. A couple motherfuckers hit the remix on it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe. Wear your fucking mask. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking kicking it with niggas. You know what I'm saying? I kick it with the same motherfuckers, and I done kicking it with their ass. You know what I'm saying? This shit getting too scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look up, and it's like the normal motherfuckers got this shit. You know what I'm saying? But the one niggas that don't get it, the heavy weed smokers, and I guess the crackheads, man. D.is and all the heavy drug addicts, I don't be seeing them like COVID out. Even if they might be asymptomatic and got in this shit, that ain't what's killing them. You know what I'm saying? Bullets and, you know what I'm saying, all the rest of that shit killing niggas, man. So stay home. Don't risk your fucking people. That's the most important thing I can tell you. You feel me? If you know you go out here and you do your thing, you out here, you living amongst them people. I really have yet to kick it with my step pops and my OG. Really, really, really like that. Like me, like I ain't gonna cap. I be kicking with my OG a lot, but not in the last like 2-3 weeks and shit. Like once the scare start coming back around, niggas start keeping their distance. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to get smarter and smarter about the situation. Anytime you feel any little tickle in your throat, it itch. Anytime you wake up, your temperature might be a little off. You might not, you know. And these are normal things around the time of year. You know, you got to run and go get a COVID test because you don't even fucking know. Then you got the question of people you be around like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is a tough predicament to be in. You know what I'm saying? So, in summation on this subject, you know, this little whole thing, because the first time I really was like, man, this shit gonna be over with soon. You know what I'm saying? Back to life, back to reality. And we kind of did get back to that for, you know, in a way. In a very simple way, but it wasn't life as we normally know it. But just this whole little, man, this shit kind of inspired me. And I don't even want kids. I never really thought about them or none of that shit. But it kind of make both those who want to start his own family. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't even about the loneliness and no shit like that. It's like, because it ain't that. Like, I got homies, I got family, all the rest of that shit. It's like your family getting older and shit. Like, I got my nieces and all the rest of them. And I think back to their whole lives and kicking them. Like, I got my little niece now. She like 3 or 4. She 4 now. She finna be 5. And it's just like brighten my day to see her little fat ass. You know what I'm saying? When I come in the house, she come downstairs from my mom in the apartment. She come down. She, Uncle Lloyd, Uncle Bonnie, what you doing? You know, and sometimes she annoy me. I done had a long day. I don't want to feel like be a bother with her. But most times I'll be happy to see her. You feel me? We got our own little code. And just throughout the pandemic, being stuck in confined quarters with each other, you know, like, because her escape from her house is coming down to my house. And my escape from, you know, like nothing and loneliness and being high as hell staring at the TV is the baby coming down having a little conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? You might get something to eat, chop it up for a second, watch something she interested in. And she, you know, she's just her own little person. I'm thinking like, damn, this little nigga cool as fuck, just like all my other nieces and nephews. But it's like, where my little person at? You know what I'm saying? This little motherfucker looks just like my sister. She got her own personality and all the rest of that. But I, you know, and my grandma used to always ask me this shit, like, when you gonna have Lil Lloyd? When we gonna see Lil Lloyd? And the pandemic, I guess that's just inspiring that way of thinking, like, I can't wait to see Lil Lloyd. I got to get started on it. But I can't wait to meet the little nigga. I feel him on the way. Trapper Died 3, you hear me? So stay safe. Don't put people at risk that don't need to be at risk, because you know, if you live in your life, you going out here doing your thing, don't put your mom and your auntie in them in that shit, man. Don't put your grandpappy in that shit, man. It's not worth it, dog. And that's on
folks them grave. You said you hit that lick, you lying on folks them grave. He said he's blicking shit, he's lying on folks them grave. Fuck you talking.
On phone them grave. On phone them grave.
Only for the real radio, man. If you ain't only for the real, you only for the fake, nigga. You a motherfucker op, fucker op.
Bet you thought that this was about to go other ways. I bet you thought a nigga wouldn't be right here today. You probably thought that I would die out drinking the streets. You probably thought cocaine would be the death into me. But what you thought? I've been a lot of things, never weak. Like what you thought. Get a little more smarter, strong every week. Cause I was taught, observing, watching real ass OGs. You was distraught. You froze or folded under some heat. How you get caught? The game has always been named discreet, but you was flexing. They built that case from off your IG. Who was you texting? Lil' chick, you thought you pulled it for free, but you was off. She hit Kizo after sliding from me. Cause I'm a boss, I took control of my destiny. I once was lost, then I drew a map I followed to T. But at what cost? Old friends that turned to new enemies. But that's my fault, I'm glad they got the fuck from around me. So when you tell them your dreams, if they don't say do your thing, then that should give you pause. Cause since I stepped on the scene, them they can smell it on me and see I'm about to ball. We either talking about cream or putting on for the team, or else I'm not involved. I wouldn't say I'm the king, but I think I'll do my thing until my number calls. So when you tell them your dreams, if they don't say do your thing, then that should give you pause. Cause since I stepped on the scene, them they can smell it on me and see I'm about to ball. We either wasn't talking about cream or putting on for the team, or else I'm not involved. I wouldn't say I'm the king, but I think I'll do my thing until my number call.
Bang, 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 bang. No.
Now you know, wasn't no motherfucking way I wasn't gonna speak on this shit, man. Jeezy versus Gucci, best verses yet. God damn, Jeezy, you a pussy nigga. Oh man, you a pussy, dog. Motherfucking. This is my opinion. Like I'm entitled to that, you know. I write down all these key points, do all this shit before I get here, so I never go off on my tangent and random ass whatever. But it's never gonna fail me. I got to go there. You know what I'm saying? I say Jeezy pussy nigga because I'm taking it back to stay strapped, Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy came out there. He was supposed to be taking it back to 05. Of course he can't. He's Jay Jenkins now. Sit down and have a talk with me on Fox News or MSNBC, wherever the fuck he do his show at. You know what I'm saying? He Jay Jenkins now. He ain't Jeezy. You feel me? Gucci still Gucci. Gucci just got out a couple years ago. You feel me? He rebuilt himself. He preached health and wealth and all the rest of that shit, but he's still Gucci man. He still rapping about his murder and all the rest of that. And Jeezy asked about this shit. Jeezy wanted this shit. The Recession 2 coming out, Gary album promo. I looked at verses really for people that no longer make current hits. And as much as I don't really like new Gucci shit, he still make hits, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a bad mix. And overall, you know what I'm saying, Jeezy came out, he thought that 15 years in time and money and jail would have softened Gucci approach. But you kind of like antagonize the rattlesnake. It's like, nigga, you sent niggas to kill me, dog. How the fuck I'm gonna get over that? I don't see what niggas was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you offer me. None of that shit. You got a man got the right to feel, a woman, any person, human being, animal, whatever. If you got feelings, if something's done to you, you got the right to feel how you want to feel, however long you want to feel that shit, bro. And I know we supposed to be getting older and more mature and all the rest of that shit, but you can't help how you feel. You ain't supposed to go off that shit all the time, but you can't help how you feel, dog. And Gucci, imagine getting a chance to confront somebody that did all this to you. You feel me? Put niggas on your head. You had to kill a nigga. You went to jail. They knocked your teeth out. Niggas forget there's a lot of shit to this Gucci shit. I've been a Gucci fan since so icy. I've been a Jeezy fan since so I literally love both of them. You know what I'm saying? I love to hear the Gucci disses. I love to hear the Jeezy disses. Like, I ain't get no fuck that they was, you know what I'm saying? Because I was at an age where it was like, man, it was just cool to see these two niggas, and they inspired me in different ways. But I was way more a WAP fan. You feel me? Jeezy had the good albums, and it was good to play in the Carlisle with the, you know what I'm saying? But it's inspiration in that drum, boy, that man, I ain't gonna go there, though. So, to see Jeezy on Thursday, you know what I'm saying, try to play that role, you feel me? Like, man, you know what, on the grown man shit, I respect that. I respect the fact that you do get to a certain point and you shouldn't let nobody bring you down. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't let nobody bring you to a point where you don't want to go back, because that's the part of maturing. Like, you know that what can happen here. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that, but at the end of the day, nigga, motherfucking, I'm a man before anything, man. And if I tell you I love you and I pray for you, my nigga, man, and I sent you on that mission, I got to honor your memory, my nigga. And I ain't finna let no nigga, ain't no amount of money gonna let me sit here on the stage with this nigga and let him say he's smoking my dog. You feel me? And I joked a lot on the night up. I was drunk as hell, motherfucking ass hell, enjoying this shit out, watching that shit. But I joked a lot about the Pookie Loke situation and all the rest of that shit. But I'm from Chicago, man. We invented that shit, man. Talking about smoking on your homie and all the rest of that shit. And that shit hit different. You feel me? Like, that shit. And I feel I had to apologize. You know what I'm saying? I prayed about it because, you know, I try to mature and be better. You know, and I'm steady saying Pookie Loke packet. We got this, we got that. And because it was funny in the moment. But then the mature me showed up again. Like, bro, this somebody's son. It's somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's father. Somebody's husband, somebody's nephew, you feel me? And he went on this mission and he got his ass whacked. No doubt about it, but you don't make no joke about that shit, dog, regardless if we knew him or not. Jeezy got the right. No, but let me correct that. Gucci got the right to say and feel how the fuck he want to feel. This nigga tried to kill him and he won. He took his ass out. Gucci, Jeezy, you got to honor that man. You feel me? You got to honor that man memory by correcting him, stopping him. I know, too, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't go in head on air, bro, but my nigga, man, I don't know, man. Maybe you done unscrewed your nuts game to your old lady or something, my dog. Like, you trying to talk about King Von and all. Like, bro, this shit ain't got shit to do with them niggas. I understand you trying to take it to a whole nother level. He mentioning yo homie, my nigga, by name. I ain't saying pull out the guns and that, man, walk off stage, man. We not doing this shit, bro. It's clout, like, man, bro, it's respect and honor lost amongst us. Like, the motherfucking, the drive for wanting to sell that weak ass tea, you know what I'm saying, the recession too, this nigga went on a mission for you. He made you, in a lot of niggas' eyes, look so fucking gangster, bro. And I know I know 15 years later, it don't mean shit to look gangster when you properties and talk shows and Asian women. But, bro, like, even if that's not how you rock no more, that's your motherfucking concrete base. You feel me? That's your man, I don't know, man. That's how you built the structure, bro. And Jeezy, you definitely, besides all like the track list shit, hell yeah, he took it back. And if he'd have played shorter versions of the songs and shit, even though they was short already, I ain't really want to hit a whole Jeezy verse. Jeezy knew when to cut the bitches off when he hit the hardest. He still won. Gucci ass was out there just angry doing his thing, but at the end of the day, he didn't need that shit. That shit ain't gonna help Gucci sell no records already. You feel me? He still on top of the charts. Not saying number one singles and shit, but his most. He only had one number one single, but he don't need that shit, bro. He been independent. He been doing it the way he been doing it. That shit helped Jeezy. And at the end of the day, for niggas to be saying it like, man, Gucci wrong, he woo woo, man, you let some niggas come try to kill you. What the fuck you gonna do? You gonna sit there, man? You gonna kumbaya with these niggas or what, man? And that's on.
Folks them grave. You said you hit that lick, you lying on folks them grave. He said he's blicking shit, he's lying on folks them grave. Fuck you talking.
On phone them grave. On phone them grave.
And finally, on Folks in Them Grave, bro, I just seen the other day the wildest shit ever, man. Joe Biden, now everybody in America know this nigga Joe Biden is the president-elect. You know, whether white people, black people, Mexican people, Asian people, motherfucking Neanderthals, whatever the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt about it, this nigga won now. You know what I'm saying? They won't recount after recount after recount. And technically, until he concedes in American politics, which is the dumbest thing ever, this nigga, he really gotta just wait. He gotta just wait his term. Trump gonna exhaust all fucking legal all legal courses. He gonna exhaust them bitches until he can't anymore. You know what I'm saying? And he only a month and a half, but then 2 months out. You know what I'm saying? A little less than that. What it is, on the 19th and the 20th of January, bro, gotta go. Because this nigga Biden, he elect now. Of course, you don't just walk into the White House and it's not man, I'm finna retire in a few days, bro. I'm finna let you, you know what I'm saying, show you how we do these things. And not even say Joe Biden wouldn't know exactly what the presidency would entail. He's ran numerous times. He was the vice president for 8 years. You know, you watch your man work. If you can't learn how to whip a chicken because your man in that kitchen all the time, bro, you don't need to be doing this shit here. So, but it's a lot of, I didn't know these things. It takes a lot of money to transition over into the presidency. And usually it's funded by the taxpayers, of course, because you are going to be the leader of the greatest country in the world. But unfortunately, because Donald Trump hasn't conceded just yet, that transition has yet to start to take place, because in his mind and in the mind of so many people in the South and many in the North and just white people all over, it ain't over until it's over. And now that has got my nigga Joe Biden. Not my nigga. I ain't gonna call him my nigga because I don't fuck with him like that. Got this nigga, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Not even gonna say Kamala Harris because he the president. She just the vice president. He, you know what I'm saying? He got to put on for the squad. Fam out here GoFundMe for a transition team. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Trump? You petty as fuck, first and foremost, bro. Let the nigga, like, bro, They talking about all the national security issues that come with not giving him this information and not letting him see all the rest of this and do all the rest of that. I understand that shit, man, but Trump, you petty motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? I honor your arrogance, but you's a petty motherfucker, man. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, my nigga. And you lost, dog. You steady challenging us, nigga, in states after they done recounted twice. And, bro, I don't know where the bag of votes you got. You need to get them bitches in there so they can count them bitches and get you right, dog, because y'all looking foolish now, bro. Delusional now, bro. He needs to be, you need that money bad, bro. So in order for him to start doing that shit, and I get it though, you know what I'm saying? Trump is the epitome of, man, fuck my ops. I lost to this nigga. I technically ain't gonna say I lost to this nigga, and it ain't over until I say it's over type shit. If I'm the man and I got guns, let's shoot him. You feel me? So that's all my dog doing. He crazy. I feel like the GoFundMe whole thing is cool, like, because even though I ain't no GoFundMe type of nigga, I have GoFunded me before, but that was back in the day just to see what it was like. And I ran off with that shit. I ain't ashamed. I ran off with my GoFundMe, but I put it back into the business. As you still see, we running strong today. I feel like, but for some shit like the presidency, niggas hitting him with the GoFundMe, that should be more like a loan. You know, like they hit niggas with $1,200 for the motherfucking COVID relief, and that shit was, niggas in the, ran off with that shit 15 times over. If we loan this man the money for him to get transitioned in, shouldn't that shit come back? Shouldn't he hit our hand? He gonna be the president. This shit his job, you feel me? That's like the job fronting you some shoes and shit. You gotta pay them back and shit. Like, my nigga, you shit us back, and I don't think we just want I don't mad. I mean, I do mad. I'm not hitting his hand for shit unless I know what's something in it for me. Like the presidency. If niggas give to this campaign, this transition team, whatever the fuck you call it, I think we should be able to get a slight interest rate on that shit. Like, until, until we pay it in full, even if it's $5 or $10, you know what I'm saying, hit a nigga hand. Like, we doing you a favor, dog. You don't just ask me to fuck. Like, I don't give no fuck about you and this nigga beefing. Get the Secret Service involved. Get your shooters, bro. Yeah, we pay for that shit too, nigga. You ask niggas to go, man, and you only hit niggas with $1,200. God, I ain't saying you did Trump, and then you want bro to hit us again after we done fucked him. You feel me? Trump, I ain't gonna even say that he can't be, because I've been watching that. I watched this documentary, Chicago, Our City. I can't think of it, but it's on Hulu. You need to watch it. It's real. National Geographic put it together. It's real. It's real crazy, and it made me think of my dog Willie Wilson. Like Trump, if he would have sent out some more checks, I'm pretty sure he'd have been a president. It was close. He'd have been a president again. But the nigga's so arrogant, so stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even calling Willie Wilson arrogant and stupid. I feel like the niggas that in the city do Willie Wilson so bogus. That nigga spread that shit. He go in your church, he dropping 10, 8, 5, whatever. How big your church is, he dropping that shit. You feel me? He see you on the street, fist full of hundreds, passing them bitches out to the people. Everywhere he go, he drop the bread. You feel me? Niggas ain't even out of DC to go in there and vote for this man. Are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? Niggas could have showed Trump a little love, maybe to hit your hand again. And I think motherfucking Joe Biden ain't gonna have no choice but to hit niggas' hands again. You know what I'm saying? Because he need his hand hit now. So that's what all this allude to. And I put that on.
Folks, them grave. You said you hit that lick, you lying on folks, them grave. He said he's blicking shit, he's lying on folks, them grave. Fuck you talking.
I'm phone them grave. I'm phone them grave.
We come back. We gonna get into nigga use a bitch.
Nigga use a bitch.
We gonna play some more music, We got to do our banging out shit. That's gonna be in the mix. We got a couple more songs I want to play with y'all, my nigga. And we gonna go into and get it over with the music, man. So you go ahead, you vote on the banging out how? On Twitter, Only for the Real, OFNG Radio. Instagram, OFNG Radio, Only for the Real. And the YouTube, Only for the Real. We gonna do the Facebook shit too, but niggas been lacking and they macking, slacking and they pimping, man. So we gonna make it available there. However you need to do it, man. Tell these people, tell these artists if you hearing them tonight, you listen to 6 months from now, 6 years from now, if they own it, that ain't not, man. Tell them when you heard this shit, bro. We putting on for our city, my nigga. No Jeezy, though. It's Only for the Real Radio, baby.
Only for the real radio, man. If you ain't only for the real, you only for the fake, nigga. You a motherfucker op, fucker op.
Hey, hey,
I hate Windows. I hate
bitch,
Windows.
my name is Beamer. When I'm in pussy, I turn it gay. She go harder than legal. I make it a hound on call her Miss Hilo. She said it did damage. She said it's illegal. Feeling when they check my name, but she know these bitches is cancerous. Therapy, chemo for bitches get money. I put that on Vito. Charge in the homie. I can't make a Cheeto. Call me he man. That shit is a Dino. Touch me, I'm my homie. Joe ass to be Fino. I know a black Mexican. Ain't it with Chino? He open for Vela. The blow like a Zito. I had a power. It's like I had Chico. Finesse your bitch. Did make a dito. She like Kawasaki. I love when she eat. So she took all my kids and called her the repo. BMO. Big money origins, then go to Oregon, make you go Oregon. Y'all talking SWAT, not exploring it. Don't even go back to back with euphorians. Take a double cup, your bitch is pouring it. Really be talking, I never go forcing it. She off the gas, he up for Dorfin. Talking abortion, I am that orphan, ain't no division. My money in Porsches, you was a lame. She don't want born. She in my crib, my dick make a forfeit. My boss is horror, single like Norbit. Y'all niggas left with no energy storage. Shooting me money like it's in the tour. Blow out my money, the rest of the storage. I get to my people, cause fam is important. If shorty ugly, I am a boring, it's all in the fun. This shit is fire, you know it's like cigarettes when it's burning your lungs. I take a light skin shorty, nut on her face. Now I name Honey Bun. Not even serious, even when joking my niggas. I'm too far to be done, cause space what I run. Ayy, wait, T.I. Big money, T.I. Ayy, yo, big money, origins, big money, origins. Bang, 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 bang. No.
Here's a Friday.
Yeah, bitch.
Let me see.
Look, I got the little crank. Then I know you cut hair, how you can just spray it.
Yeah.
Just for your old lady at the back. You can, then you got the scooter. You got the dirt bike for your little boys.
Man, that shit. Oh, what the fuck you?
Fuck you then. Cause I could sell this shit. I could sell it. The people on eBay, they won't see.
eBay?
eBay, yes.
Nobody want this shit, man. I'm going to Walmart get new shit.
So you'd rather motherfuckers spend your money with them than me?
Yeah.
Your own blood?
Boy, what the
Man,
fuck?
you a bitch. You a
How the
bitch.
fuck I'm a bitch? What the fuck is this?
And nigga, you was a bitch this week dedicated to that boy Quando Rondo.
Nigga, I was a bitch.
Now, usually I don't do this, but go on here, roll that Quando up, because I can smell it and I can feel it in the air, boy. This nigga had the nerve, the audacity to drop some shit talking about last story. Who the fuck this nigga think he is, dog? Who the fuck do this nigga think? What the fuck is... What are the fuck? Oh, my God. This nigga crazy. Niggas be, hey, man, this shit bigger than rap music, bro. For real. This nigga dissing a nigga who was punching you up. Your man AA'd you, bro. Supposed to be put your hands. I mean, I heard that one part. This nigga's crazy. He did put his hand. He came up there and beat you, fam. Now, of course, niggas should have died there. You feel me? Not my boy. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn ain't deserve that shit. Because he just handling what needed to be handled. This rap shit, it is for gangsters. My nigga Quando Rondo, you not a gangster, dog. You was on Instagram crying, dog. Now it's like the police clear you. And that, like, man, bro, you keep that energy, bro, because niggas gonna definitely see about you, dog. I ain't saying I got to see about you. That's not important here, bro. It's not important who. But now you put that shit on your back, fam, and not even just saying Chicago niggas. Niggas everywhere now. Now I don't see that and say like, oh, Quando Rondo's a tough guy. I don't even listen to this nigga's music. But seeing him get his shit rattled, like it's so many angles. This nigga walked up on you, bing, bing, bing. You feel me? I'm giving you that shit, bro, and now you tough. That ain't how that shit go, dog. You know better than that shit, dog. Quit all that shit, my nigga. We already know my nigga Quando Rondo. Fuck you, my nigga. Every nigga look like you because nigga you's a bitch. And when we come back, we going to play a couple more of them tracks as we got to do that banging our shit. You get the way to vote. You got to vote because they got to know. They got to know you fucking with them, dog. I ain't gonna tell you whether or not I'm fucking with them. It's not important. It's about you. It's about the people. These niggas submit this music. You know some niggas that's doing this music shit. We always looking to put on for our city, so you go ahead and send it. Fake need not apply, only for the real.com. I'm pretty sure the producers of this show are going to put that at the bottom because it's so long. There's no way you're going to read it. So in the description when I post it, and when the producers are producing this show, fake need not apply, only for the real.com. You interested in getting your music played on the Bang on Our selection. When we come back, I'm going to get to my Walker Jacobs and shit. Shout out to bro. On my perspective, we going to get the fuck out of here, man. It's Thanksgiving, man. Only for the real radio, baby.
Only for the real radio, man. If you ain't only for the real, you only for the fake, nigga. You a motherfucker op, fucker op.
I pledge allegiance to my people, King. Get your fist up, America got us mixed up. But Cameron get to Cameron when we get to tearing shit up. America, the home of the robbery. This shit comedy, my people built this country but live in poverty. Want us to follow a constitution that say we property. I live in the era where they killing people for honest. Every day I fight with these thoughts and live inside of me that say we should be seeking revenge instead of equality. But let me chill out, cause they be taking the real out on this Jordan pill. A couple make it hard for you to get out. I'm here now. If we unify, that's what they fit now. Trump told them boys to stand by. They better get down before I bring the Bloods, foes, GDs, and Crips down. Skip down your cul-de-sac and make you crack a strip down. Y'all don't want us in the cut. F***ing you up. Y'all don't understand that enough is enough.
Overnight protests broke out in multiple cities after a grand jury decided that no charges would be brought against Louisville police in the shooting death of Breonna Taylor. The protest started in Louisville but quickly spread across this country.
Every cop killing, we keep on sparing y'all. And somehow, with no retaliation, we preparing y'all. When we're involved, I think I know what's really scaring y'all. The idea of us getting ahead of y'all was set it off. Rashard Brooks killed for sleeping in his car. George Floyd killed. They said it's paper fraud. Breonna Taylor killed for sleeping at the crib. Tamir Rice killed. And that's a fucking kid. I need y'all to stop and see just what y'all up against, a virus. And that's as real as it fucking gets enough. We done with that running shit. The plan now, running shit. Yeah. Somebody tell them that we woke now. Y'all only listen when y'all want the vote now. They both clowns. Same thing y'all keep doing. It's getting old now. Wake a nigga up when it go down. King, yeah.
Bang. No. And in summation, I don't know who the fuck is racing because we already at the finish line with the flag waving. It's only for the real radio, baby. And before we get out of here, you already know. Now you don't, because it's the first time doing it. We have switched up everything here at the Supreme Show. I had to give back segments to the podcast because the podcast is coming back. I don't know when, but we're going to be back to it, man. So this episode, this show, I'm going to give you my perspective. I'll pick a topic, something that touches me dearly or deeply or grinds my gears. And I'm going to touch on that shit, man. That's how we going to end every show, man. So this week, with it being the holidays, and, you know, Bandos, they be emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you might see me on social media. You see me doing a podcast, and if you know me, I'm usually a joyful person. Like, I like to keep a smile. I like to make people smile. I like to laugh and joke and giggle, and that really just be a mash. You know what I'm saying? And I can, and this is what feeds into my perspective. You know, like promises. You know, I made some promises in my life, man, and them bitches was hard to keep. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I ain't gonna stunt like I keep all my promises, because sometimes I tell people I promise them and they don't mean so much to me. It was just about an opportunity for me, and I ain't fucked up for saying that shit. You got to do what you got to do when you got to do that shit. But most of the time when I promise somebody, it's usually somebody I really fuck with, I love. You know what I'm saying? So when I promise you, I like to keep my promises because your word is really the only thing you got at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You might think you got your people. You might got the only motherfucker you really got is the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And the only person you really got is the Lord and your parents. And the only thing you got in this world is your word. So a promise, when you promise somebody, in my opinion, that shit meant to be kept, my nigga. You don't say that shit just to say that shit. You can't play with them words. You can't play with no promise, my nigga. And I watch people in instances say like, man, in social media and even in the world, you come across a motherfucker and they say, man, I'm going to pray for you in my prayers. And niggas don't even pray. Like, for real. Like, that's like, to me, that's one of the most fucked up things in the world to extend that, you know what I'm saying, that level, you know what I'm saying, of caring and not even mean that shit. You feel me? Or, like, you'll never hear me say, call me if you need anything. Call me if you need something. Don't call me if you need anything. That's something that bounds us. You know what I'm saying? You got another tier of friend above me, another tier of family above me. Call them. But if you need something in between before you have to get to that realm, you can call me. I usually extend that. But if I promise you something, I feel like that shit is so important. I feel like it's the most important thing in the world to keep your promise. And every holiday season, I alluded to it a little earlier, but every holiday season and damn near every day, you know what I'm saying, I'm reminded of the hardest promise I had to keep. It's so hard that it hurts me, you know what I'm saying? It's fulfilling knowing that a person trusts you that much that they ask you to keep such promises. You know what I'm saying? Like when people, sometimes I think I'm not even burdened by some of the things I promise people. It's really like I relish that shit. Cause a nigga or my people look at me like, man, this nigga, I know this nigga can handle it. I know dog got me. I know dog won't fail me. I appreciate that shit. But it's some promises you gonna keep in your life. And them bitches gonna hurt. Them bitches might kill you. Them bitches gonna turn you inside out, upside down, all that. Because you got to keep your word. So in this holiday season, the only thing I want to tell people before we get up out of here, when you go and you go play your PlayStation 5 and you go into your world and your duties and you get in your NBA 2Ks and you go to the city and whatever it is you do, your GTA 5 or you get on Facebook right after you post all the pictures that you sent with your family and shit, man. And it's important to get fresh and take those pictures and to share the meals on there. Think about the people that you're sharing that time with, man. Make a promise to impact the people who mean the most to you and keep that promise. You know what I'm saying? Before you dash out the door this holiday season to go spend a couple more minutes, you know, go spend the time. You know, I ain't saying don't have fun and enjoy yourself, but you go spend some time with people that might be for the moment. Think about them people that's going to be there forever. You know? Hug your grandma tight for me because I miss mine, baby. You know what I'm saying? I miss her dearly. She know that. I hope she watching the heaven like, boy, that nigga go crazy. I know she is because I can feel it. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my spirit. And I want to wish you and your family a very, 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 very happy Thanksgiving. A very, very Merry Christmas. A very happy holidays, man. It's been your boy Bun Johnson, man. They don't do it like this nowhere else, man, because they can't keep it this real with you, baby. It's only for the real radio. Babe!